She bought... Yeah, that's what she did. Hey everyone, Henriello here, welcome back. Right now we are going to watch The Blue Gardenia, which is directed by Fritz Lang. And the movie poster here says, "There was nothing lily white about her. The clinch and kill girl they called the Blue Gardenia." I'm not really sure what they mean by clinch and kill, whether they mean it literally or does it mean it's very easy to get her in bed. I don't know, but considering that the genre of the movie is crime, they probably mean it literally. I guess I'll soon find out. The main character is Anne Baxter. I watched her in Five Graves to Cairo, and I confess, the I Confess reaction is not on YouTube. It's a Patreon special, which means it's exclusively on Patreon. So if you'd love to see my reaction to that, go check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below. Or if you'd just like to see my full movie reactions for the other movies that I've done, you can also go ahead and check it out. While you're at it, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you get to know the moment a new YouTube reaction comes out. Now let's see what this Blue Gardenia is all about.
Age?
Age? Middle 20s. My phone number is Granite 1466.
What is it about you newspaper men?
I've been trying to get her phone number for a week. You didn't even have to ask for it.
It's all yours. Granite 1466.
Uh-oh, my roommates. Art class is over.
Crystal, it looks just like you.
Like to see some more of my work?
You're wasting your time, Rembrandt. She's got a boyfriend in Korea.
Long way off, Korea.
I've told you not to call me here.
I've got to see you and talk to you.
Call me later, at home.
You changed your number and I can't get it from the operator. You have to help me, Harry.
I just can't talk now.
Aren't you ever going to open that letter?
Right after the champagne.
I know, it's your birthday, and that's fine. Every girl ought to have birthdays. Hello? Yes, this is Sally Ellis. Well, you don't know how I've waited for this. I'll be right over.
Sally, that's no way to talk to a man.
It was the rental library down at the drugstore. They just got in the new Mickey Mallet mystery.
Okay.
Red-haired debutante who gets hit in the head, stabbed in the back, shot in the stomach. Pow!
You haven't even read it yet.
Oh, that's what they're all about.
Lucky girl. Living a life of passion and violence. Now me, I've got my life with Homer.
It's still better than a dime store novel, Crystal.
Yeah, a book is still good.
I never could understand why you two broke up.
Now that we're divorced, I'm beginning to like the big lug. Homer always had a husband's faults, but now he has a boyfriend's virtues.
That's a roast?
It shrunk. It's big enough for two.
That's not a whole chicken, is it?
Korea's a long way off. And if I can't have him here, I can pretend I have him.
There are lots of guys who take you out for laughs. No monkey business.
Homer, leave her alone. Let's go. That horse I could eat is getting cold.
How did she end up meeting someone from Korea? Oh no, sorry. I think I misunderstood. I mean, the guy was sent to Korea.
A nurse I met in Tokyo when I took a load of Kami shrapnel with me. I didn't want it to happen, but we're in love. And when I get out, we're going to be married.
Ooh, ouch.
With affection and best wishes for your future.
Broke up with her through a letter.
Who is this?
Harry Preble. I'm taking you up on the suggestion you made this morning.
I'm sorry, Mr. Preble. I think you made a mistake.
Hop in a cab and meet me at the Blue Gardenia.
All right. I'm going out.
Oh, where?
Got a date.
With a man?
With a man.
But it's not her that Harry Preble wants.
Men.
Chinese peas, fried rice, and lobster cantonese.
Hello, Mr. Preble.
Hello.
I tried to tell you it was a mistake, but you wouldn't listen. I probably shouldn't have come. It was a silly impulse.
Impulses aren't always silly.
Mr. Preble is a playboy, though, from what I've gathered.
These aren't really drinks. They're trade winds across cool lagoons. They're the Southern Cross above coral reefs. They're a lovely maiden bathing at the foot of a waterfall.
Oh, that's pretty. It's good. Can I get high on one of these?
Do you want to?
I only know one thing. I'd like to forget the early part of this evening.
Okay.
Would you like a blue gardenia for the lady?
Oh, they're lovely.
The lady would like one, May.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Preble. Nice to hear your voice. How are you tonight, sir?
Oh, so I guess she must have memorized where all the tables are.
Now I'm alone with you. Once I was near her heart. After the teardrops start, blue gardenia pressed in my book of memories.
Then we ought to have another round of Polynesia. We ought to order 4 more now, so we wouldn't keep that poor man running backwards and forwards, backwards.
Are you trying to get me drunk?
Mr. Preble.
Harry.
Mr. Harry.
He's already drunk.
I wouldn't want you to have had one too many.
Oh, I think I've had several too many.
I've been working on that for quite a while. I have to finish it tonight if I want the money I've been promised. A glass of champagne and you'll feel fine.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly have another drink.
One glass won't hurt you.
Ouch. Oh.
Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah.
She's not even steady anymore.
To the Blue Garden. I think I better lie down.
She's gonna have one heck of a hangover the next morning.
Coffee time.
Thrown to a past.
What happened?
You fell asleep. How's that?
Fine.
Huh. I thought he was going to take advantage of her, but, well, it's a good thing he didn't.
Don't.
What's your hurry, Nora?
Okay, maybe I said it too soon. Ooh, the poker. So she killed him? Where's the body? I'm not sure if she can even make it back home. Oh, she made it back.
Nora, you're on toast and coffee today. She's dead.
Dead?
Bright new morning.
Of course she's not dead. Somebody else is dead. Probably.
I don't remember coming home. I don't remember much of anything.
Don't worry, it'll wear off by noon. And if it doesn't, there's always aspirin, raw eggs and Worcestershire sauce, sauerkraut juice, or milk and bourbon.
All of it. Except bourbon.
I read your letter, Nora. I know I shouldn't have, but I did.
Oh, it's all right, Sally.
Don't take it so hard. No man's worth it.
They were probably struggling when she backed into the fireplace and grabbed the poker.
You wiped the fingerprints off the poker, huh?
I didn't see any fingerprints.
And the coffee cup, you washed that, huh?
That's what I'm paid for, not finding dead bodies.
So the maid cleaned up the evidence.
Suede pumps, 5.5.
I put them there. They were in front of the couch.
You're very helpful.
Wait, where did they find the body? They found it in another room?
What are you doing on a routine murder case?
Sleepy heard it on the car radio.
Artist that murdered to music.
What key?
Blue Gardenia.
The cleaning woman said this was still playing this morning.
Not much of a clue.
A lace handkerchief with blood stains, a pair of suede pumps, size 5.5, and a blue gardenia broken off at the stem.
Are you sure that one of our girls is involved?
All I'm sure of is he got killed. Who's next?
There go the next 7 years. What's the matter, Nora? Don't you feel well? What?
And the girl with him. Can't you remember anything about her?
Oh, yes. Her dress. Taffeta. It rustles like no other material.
Wow. To be able to hear the rustling of clothes. Whoo.
What's it all about?
They told us not to talk. The cops asked if I was out in the rain last night without my shoes on, just 'cause I have a little cold.
The afternoon papers, have they come in yet?
No, not yet, honey.
How many operators lost their job when we no longer need operators?
Everybody wants to read about murder. Even when an unknown doll kills a guy nobody ever heard of before. Sudden death sells papers, son.
What are 3 exclamation points after a girl's name mean?
Hey, that's private stock.
How do you know this blue gardenia girl's beautiful?
They're always beautiful.
Otherwise, Preble wouldn't choose them, right?
What did you call her?
Blue gardenia.
So here's a bit of information about the blue gardenia. Was wearing a taffeta dress, probably black.
Probably black. Probably bright red.
She was just a flashy blonde, putting on an act as a lady.
Maybe she was lonely and bewildered.
Well, she sure had to be plenty bewildered to go up to that wolf's apartment.
Drunk.
Maybe she wanted some excitement.
She sure got it when she gave him that fast right with a poker.
Maybe he deserved it.
If a girl killed every man who got fresh with her, how much of the male population do you think there'd be left?
Now that he's been murdered, that always makes a man so romantic.
What kind of romance do you like?
Did you have a good time with Homer last night?
I must have. He called twice to apologize. Let's turn in.
The clue of the black taffeta dress is believed to be the most important single piece of evidence brought to light in the Blue Gardenia murder case.
Right, she's getting rid of the dress. How's she gonna do it? Burn it? That's the most effective method.
Lady, don't you know it's against the law to burn your incinerator at night?
There's a law?
Don't let it happen again.
No, I won't.
I need an angle. An angle that'll bring that dame into this office before the cops get to her.
What happens if she comes in here and throws herself on your tender mercies?
I'll turn her over the Haynes with best wishes for her future.
Best wishes for her future.
Government clearance. Front row seat at the next H-bomb blast on the house.
That's quite an assignment. What about my girlfriend, the Blue Gardenia?
You left dames before. Write her a letter.
Front row seat to the H-bomb? Literally?
Even a managing editor can have an idea. A letter.
Another letter. And he's gonna give her the best wishes for her future too, is he?
Any day now, any hour, the police are going to catch up with you. I want to help you. To us, you're a story. If we get it first, we'll go all out for you. You can trust me. And I promise not to print a line without your permission.
I can't trust that.
Go to the nearest phone booth and invest a dime on the rest of your life. Dial Madison 60025.
He's really not afraid of people spam calling him, huh?
You can make it stop ringing by taking the receiver off the hook.
I'm sorry.
Just like the other night. Finishing a letter and then the phone rings.
Is this the Blue Gardenia?
Hello? Oh, Homer.
I asked if this was the Blue Gardenia.
Some joke. Who are you trying to amuse? Where you going, Nora?
What business is it of yours?
Well, none. None at all. I'm just concerned when I see you get so upset. And last night...
What about last night?
Well, I heard you in the kitchen.
What were you doing? Lying awake all night spying on me, both of you? Oh, leave me alone!
Sorry if I startled you, miss. Where could I find a manager?
I'm sorry I lost my temper. Don't wait up for me.
Lady, if you were the Blue Gardenia, you'd know what size shoes you wear.
I knew he'd be getting spam calls.
All right, now tell me just how you murdered Harry Preble.
Do you want to know why? Because I loved him. With a passion that was bigger than both of us.
Why are they trying to claim that they're the Blue Gardenia? If they're guilty, wouldn't they be hanged? Executed?
Hello?
Her voice is muffled, like she's talking through a handkerchief.
The newspaper said they found her shoes. Size 5.5B.
Trace this call. We've hit the jackpot.
Where are you now?
Yeah, when you're guilty, you start seeing the police everywhere.
Who's this?
Officer McManus, sir.
Where's the girl I was just talking to?
There's no girl here now, sir. She dropped her handkerchief.
Get that handkerchief right down to the police lab. I'll call Captain Haynes and tell him you're on the way.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you two go home? I'll hang around here a while.
She killed him in self-defense while she was way super drunk over her head.
Congratulations, Casey. The handkerchiefs match.
Just a minute. Hello?
This is about the call that was interrupted earlier this evening.
Another phony, Sam. Sure, I'll let you know if she calls again. You didn't make that call. It's not the same voice. Or did you lose the handkerchief you had over the mouthpiece?
I didn't make that call, but I know who did.
Come up to the city room on the second floor. It's right opposite the elevator.
All right, I'll be there.
The slow flashing neon light. Just like in Rope. Just like in The Woman in the Window.
Maybe I better explain first why she didn't call you back. She was frightened.
So she dragged you into this?
She didn't know whether she could trust you.
My paper and I want an exclusive story. We'll pay for it with the best criminal lawyer in town. Will you tell that to your friend? She knew him intimately?
No.
But well enough to go along with him to his apartment and get drunk, didn't she?
He said there'd be other people.
You want me to believe that?
I believed it. Do you think it's possible for a girl to kill a man and not remember?
A lot of murderers forget what they don't want to remember. They call it killer amnesia.
She wants to remember, but she just can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, use my handkerchief, if I can find one.
I have one.
She doesn't. Wait, she restocked her handkerchief? Or she bought one? She bought... Yeah, that's what she did. She bought the handkerchief after the call. Smart. Very, very smart.
It's clear up to the time she went to his apartment, when he put on that King Cole record.
The Blue Gardenia.
Yes. Then he kissed her. After that...
She can't recall struggling with him?
It's all mixed up in her mind.
Well, tell her to remember this. She hasn't much time, and they're looking for fingerprints on that phone she used tonight.
They won't find anything. It's a public phone.
Tell her to meet me here at 3:40 tomorrow afternoon.
Why 3:40?
I've got to have time to make the Sunset Edition. You know, I'm kind of disappointed that you're not the Blue Gardenia. When I heard your voice on the phone, I made a mental picture of you. Was I wrong? But you were a big surprise.
I see I can trust you, Mr. Mayo. Certainly what she needs. Someone she can believe in.
Bill, what do we owe you?
2 hamburgers and 5 coffees. $1.40, Mr. Mayo.
A total of $1.40? That is so cheap.
The flower girl called back.
She sent a friend.
Did she go in the little black book?
Wrong type. I had a feeling I could go for her.
Why don't you go on to bed and sleep it off? That's what I do with all my girls.
You don't meet a girl like that very often.
Hi.
Hi.
I asked you not to wait up for me.
Homer took me to the Blue Gardenia tonight. What a mob. Everybody wanted to sit where the murderer sat, and everybody thinks he did. And I wanted to borrow your new black taffeta dress. I couldn't find it. That big blind date you've kept such a mystery. Nora.
Bill, is a girl... Granite 1466.
No. Is Crystal here to take the blame? She better not.
It just so happens I'm not the girl who did it.
And why are you here?
Because the real girl is ready to give herself up to you. I hope you meant what you said in your letter, Mr. Mayo.
The big reveal. Crystal is a good friend.
Anyway, that's how it started. When Harry Preble called, I made the date. Not much of a story, just the truth. I guess I should have told you last night, but I just couldn't. I had to be sure I could trust you.
Are you sure now?
I'm sure.
I hadn't expected you'd be the girl.
But what's that got to do with it? Didn't you mean what you said?
Of course he didn't. He's in it for the story.
You promised I wasn't just to be a story for the Sunset Edition.
Last night, I didn't know that you and the Blue Gardenia were the same girl.
You always meant to turn her over to the police. You were lying all the time.
It was Bill, the waiter.
Hold it, Sam.
Why? You've done a thorough job, and we appreciate it.
No.
Oh, no.
It was a trap, Crystal.
Bill, thanks for keeping your ears open.
Always be careful. The walls have ears. And in this case, Bill is the wall. That doesn't even look like a good thumbprint.
She's all yours.
Ah, the movie poster.
I was wrong, Al. She can't mean that much to you.
She might have. What's that?
Music. Can.
That's the record that was on Preble's phonograph when the cleaning woman discovered his body. But it isn't the record that was playing when Nora blacked out. Melrose Music Shop. You want the real murderess, don't you?
I've already got one that's confessed and all the evidence I need to convict her.
Look, Sam, stay with me a little while longer. This can be your headline.
Miss Miller handled his account. I'll get it for you. There's a cop outside to see her wants to ask some questions about Preble.
We don't know this girl, right? Oh, wait. Was she the girl at the beginning of the movie who called Preble and said she needs help? Was it her? No way.
I knew he was home, so I kept knocking and knocking. He didn't want to let me in, but he did.
Have a glass of champagne.
I didn't come here to drink. Are you or aren't you going to marry me?
Remember the afternoon I bought these?
He turned to put the record on. The one he bought the first day I met him. Then I saw another woman's handkerchief, and I knew what I was going to do. He didn't hear me.
Smashed his brains out.
The last time they put my picture in the paper, I had to get bitten by a dog. I'll take a dozen of each, boys.
How about a big sigh of relief, Miss Larkin?
That's perfect.
Excuse me.
Didn't Captain Haynes explain?
Oh, sure, he explained. But you know women, the stubborn sex. Take a tip from information, honey. The phone number is Granite.
1466. He still got a chance.
I did what you told me. I played hard to get.
Yes, but don't be too eager when he calls you tonight.
So she was taught by Crystal, the expert. He's gonna give him the black book.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, just remember not to get yourself killed. I truly, truly believe that if Nora hadn't approached Casey, then the police wouldn't have caught her. Because DNA testing wasn't as advanced as it is now. And they were really just relying on fingerprints. And there were no fingerprints in the crime scene thanks to the maid cleaning everything up. All the police had to go off was the shoes and the taffeta dress. Nora got rid of the taffeta dress, and no one could prove that those shoes were worn by her. So I believe if she had just stayed hidden, then everything would be fine. Of course, it's impossible for that to happen in this movie because according to the Hays Code, the murderer can't get away with it. And Nora was so wrecked by guilt that she just couldn't keep it a secret. She's agitated and nervous the whole time. So it's understandable that she ended up approaching Casey Mayo. And then there's Harry Preble. This playboy guy, even up to the end, he couldn't come clean to Rose. I mean, Rose was the woman who murdered him. He couldn't even tell her that, no, I'm not gonna marry you. Why? Is it because he doesn't wanna... He's scared of what she would do if he told her the truth? Or is he just thinking that as long as he doesn't promise her that, then he can continue to make use of her and sleep with her? He toys with women's feelings and time and bodies, and it has caught up with him in the form of a poker blow on the head. Even I didn't expect this ending because everything really points to Nora accidentally killing him with the poker. But it turns out there was a hidden murderer in the form of a woman, Rose, who we just saw for a very brief moment at the beginning of the movie. And then she just came back up at the end. I guess this is what you call Chekhov's gun, right? I remember, one of my Patreon members shared it with me. A Chekhov's gun, whatever was shown in a movie will eventually be used later on in the movie. So Rose was Chekhov's gun. Overall, I feel like the movie is alright. It wouldn't be one of my top favorites from Fritz Lang, but it has a unexpected small little twist at the end. Anne Baxter played the role of Nora quite well, the innocent girl who unknowingly got involved in a murder, but it wasn't committed by her own hands. What do you think about this movie? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching it with me. Hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.